crap. um, this is video probably 100, and I was trying to do those little videos more often, but I haven't got to it. But I feel like it's necessary to hold myself accountable for what I preach. And I'm always very, I always say that social media doesn't always portray what's true. And I think this is me being vulnerable in front of all you guys and letting you guys know that my life freaking sucks. Right? Not always, but it sucks right now, temporarily, hopefully. But I know if you look at all my social media posts, you would think that I'm doing really well. And in a way I am. I got my dream car, I moved into my beautiful apartment, I do get to travel, I got a new job. It's been, I think as my relationship fell apart, my life slowly is starting to feel like fall back together. And it's been beautiful to watch from an outside perspective, but from an inside perspective, I've been feeling really, really hurt. And when you see those posts, you don't know the effort and the hurt and everything that went behind it for me to stand there and smile, and for me to try my best to be okay, and to remind myself that I'm enough, and that I'm beautiful, and that I have so much to offer. So when you see those posts, and I just booked a little trip in December to Hawaii, and it was a trip I was supposed to have with somebody I loved. So instead I canceled that trip and I booked it with a best friend, and it's my second trip this year with a best friend. And when you see those posts, know that there is a lot that's going on in my life emotionally. Although it's beautiful on the outside, there's been a lot that I'm handling, and learning how to love myself again has been a very time-consuming and excruciating long effort, and every week it gets more difficult, and then it gets easier, and it gets more difficult. I think we always underestimate a heartbreak, and it seems like when you tell somebody that you're kind of feeling a little lost and sad because of a breakup, it never seems very serious, but I've been through a lot of difficult things in my life, and I can honestly say that a heartbreak is probably one of the most excruciating pain. And especially when you're losing somebody that I believed was gonna be the love of my life, and not only that, like losing the idea of somebody and how you see that person is just even worse. I think it's even worse than losing that person, is like realizing that some things that you told yourself just wasn't true. And yeah, but this video is not about that person. It is not about any of that. It's just about me in the process, and letting you guys know that I'm doing my best. And when you see somebody's Instagram, or when you prejudge somebody by what you see online, make sure you're being kind, and make sure that your comments and what you say and it's just a positive thing. I guess I'm more of like, if you have nothing nice to say, just don't say it. But I'm being real with you guys, and it's been very difficult. I'm feeling very lost, but I'm slowly learning how to love myself. Love myself, is that a word? I'm starting to love myself again. Little by little, I have set up a list of things that I'm gonna be implementing to my lifestyle, and my heart gets challenged every day, but my brain, I do trust my brain, and it always stops it. And it stops it, and it tells me, no, you did enough, you're enough, you have so much to offer. And I've been telling myself that so many times throughout the day, because sometimes you forget, and sometimes I think back to things and I'm like, what if I just did this differently? What if I was this way? Or what if I just did this or this? And it's really, you can go down a very bad rabbit hole there. But my brain always stops me, and it tells me no. But it's no, you are beautiful, you're strong, and you have built a home, you have built a life, and you are extraordinary. And I keep telling myself this, and slowly I'm starting to believe it a little more. And I always have had a very soft heart, and that's one of the reasons why I believe I'm special, and I believe that I have a lot to offer. And I know that the right person eventually, hopefully, if you're out there and you're, you know, my future husband, you see this and you know, one day hopefully the whoever I'm with values those parts of me. They're not always so strong and can see beyond that as well. But I know who I am, and today I built a tree, a Christmas tree, and it was probably the most depressing day of the year. I cried a lot, and I've been crying a lot, and it's been really hard. But I'm gonna decorate this tree with sparkles and little balls and lights, and it's gonna be beautiful. And it's just it's just me showing to myself that I'm okay and that I'm gonna be okay, and that I can build something beautiful, even if it's me. I'm building my life up, and I gave a lot to somebody that just wasn't, I don't know, mentally ready for it, or couldn't appreciate it. I guess they wanted something else. And you know, I wish that person well. But right now, like, I have a plant that was dying, and I've been rewatering it, and it's starting to come back to life. And it's just so beautiful that everything in life can become better, and even when it's dead, and that's how I feel about myself right now, it can become beautiful again, and you can learn how to love yourself again. And slowly, you know, I'm gonna start laughing, and I'm gonna start to breathe, and life is gonna get a little lighter and lighter and lighter. And then hopefully a year from now, I'm gonna look back at this and be like, wow, look at all the things that I have right now, and all the people that love me, and all the people that stood by me. And that's beautiful, and how I stood by myself, and I am the love of my life. And this tree is gonna light up today, even if I'm crying, even if I'm just sitting here in my apartment alone. And it's gonna be beautiful because I know myself, and I know what I have to offer. I know what I offered. I'm strong, and I don't know, I don't need to prove nothing to nobody. But I did want to say that I am going through a hard time, so bear with me. And if you know somebody, or if you have known to judge people without really knowing their story, just be a little kinder. It's Christmas season. There is a lot that you know, people are handling their own emotions, their own circumstances. And Christmas time can be a really, you know, sad time for some people. So just be extra nice and spread love and the Christmas cheer. And yeah, I hope that, you know, this inspires you to continue to love yourself and choose yourself, because hopefully it does get better. You know, I'm sitting here and I'm preaching this, and I'm trying to be honest, and it's been very difficult, but I know who I am, and I know what I offer, and I'm enough. So yeah, love and kisses for all of you.